Hey, are you getting leads but struggling to turn them into actual jobs? Maybe people keep ghosting you or they say they're going to think about it and never call back. In this short video, I just want to break down the exact sales process that our best clients use and that you should follow to convert more leads into paying customers and waste less time with tire kickers. Hey guys, I'm Jacob with Rise. We help land clearing businesses get more leads and scale with digital marketing, among other things. But here's the thing. Marketing alone won't grow your business. You also have to have a solid sales process. I have my script over here on the right so that you can kind of follow along that way if you don't want to listen to the audio or just kind of get a better visual on what you're seeing. Over here on the left, I have one of our clients' opportunity pipeline opened up so that you can kind of see what their sales process looks like on the digital side, and then we'll discuss more of the sales process altogether. So even if you have the best ads in the world, if you don't follow up fast and handle leads the right way, you'll lose jobs to competitors. So today I want to walk through a proven sales process that will help you book more jobs, close more deals, and increase your revenue overall. So rule number one is speed to lead. The biggest mistake that I see guys making, especially land clearing companies, is not getting to leads fast enough. And it seems ridiculous, but the data is very, very strong on this point. The Harvard study that they did across all industries all over America, no specific industry, across everything, was that if you can get to leads within 60 seconds of them inquiring, you will increase your overall sales by 391%. Look it up. That's a Harvard business study. That's 4x. Who would not want to 4x in 4 times their closed sales just by getting to leads within 60 seconds? That's huge. And also another fact, 78% of customers will go with the first company that contacts them. And what you have to think about with that is anytime somebody interacts with one of your ads, they're going to immediately see more ads of companies like you, your competitors, either on Facebook, especially on Google, because if they're seeing you on Google, then they're also seeing the other guy next. And so if you don't get to them or you don't answer the phone, you don't get some kind of contact with them, they're most likely going to get a hold of or have been gotten a hold of by the next guy, and there's a huge percentage that they're going to end up going with them. And if you wait more than 15 minutes to call or text a lead, your chances of closing them drop dramatically. Faster response, higher close rate. That's why speed to lead is rule number one. It may not be possible for everyone. I'll fix my spelling there. May not be possible for everyone right away, so we have created a series of automations within our system here that help you to get to leads as soon as possible. Whether it's a call, whether it's a text, whether it's a voicemail, whether it's an automated email, as far as even AI response talking to them. Obviously, nothing is as good as you or someone in your business physically calling them and talking to them. But there are ways that we can help with that if you're in an area with no service or you're in the machine and it's really loud. But in terms of running your business, that's something you really have to think about. Like, it may be worth, if you're in the machine and no one's answering the phone for you, stopping and answering that call and talking to that person, because you could be leaving 391% of sales on the table. So definitely think about that. In future videos, I'm going to really dive into how this automation works here in the sales process and how you can tie a lot of this stuff in where when leads fill something out, call you, text you, they get automatically set up into these different stages of a pipeline, and the computer on the back end can send them emails, texts, voicemails, all kinds of neat things just by where they land in here. So this software is super valuable in being able to help you with that, and we have templated it to work for land clearing companies specifically. Okay, so next step in the sales process, kind of 4 big steps here. Once the lead comes in, here's the exact process that we recommend to everyone to increase your chances of closing that deal. So step 1, first contact. Call or text them within 1 minute. Whether it's an automated system or you doing it in some way or another, we need to be getting some kind of contact to them within 1 minute. An example of what to say: hey, John, I saw that you requested a land clearing quote over there in Polk County. Can you tell me more about what you're needing done? Two things. Asking a question like that instead of a sales pitch or just saying like, hello, Jacob's Land Clearing. Hello. You want to have something a little more direct, like, hey, this is Jacob's Land Clearing. That's if somebody's calling you. Or if you're calling them by their name, and then just doing that extra little research before you call them. When you get a lead on your phone, it's going to tell you who they are, where they're at, how many acres they're looking for, and a little bit about their project. So doing your homework there is going to help out a little bit. Hey, I saw you're over there in Polk County. Can you tell me a little bit more about what you're needing done? So that's a leading question. It kind of lowers the sales pressure because it's just having a conversation. So then they're going to tell you, hey, this is what I got going on. Now, you want to have qualifying questions. This is one of the big things that I see people do, where there's a fine line between, yeah, where are you at? Okay, I'll come check it out, right? When you're running marketing online, not every single person who calls you or fills out a form is going to be the person that you want to take time to spend a lot of your time giving a quote to, right? You need to qualify them a little bit before you spend a bunch of time, fuel, mileage getting over to their house, right? Also, it's going to help you kind of get a better idea of what kind of client they may be, and if you want to prioritize them or not. So big questions to ask here. Where's the property located? So we already know Polk County, right? But is it, on the far side? Is it in a certain area? Where are they at exactly? Make sure they're in your service area. What size area needs to be cleared? So obviously this is going to help you prioritize, see if it's one within your scope, or two, is it something that you want to jump on right now? Or is this something that, maybe is a smaller job and you need to ask further? So what size area needs to be cleared? And then I always like to, and I notice a lot of guys like to ask, what size and types of trees, right? Do they have, of course, this is going to depend on your geographical area, but do they have 100-foot tall, 30-inch around trees, or do they have medium brush, or do they have both, but they only want the medium brush gone? There's a couple things to ask there about the trees. Obviously, your business, you're going to know that. But, maybe you're not the one answering the phone. This is something that you want to have in some kind of script to ask every person. And then how soon do you need this done, or how soon are you looking to have this done? Big question to ask here, because it can kind of filter out people who aren't serious and or are just not ready yet. Because, everybody gets those calls for somebody that wants to know the cost to clear land before they buy it, or they're in the process of buying it, or it's winter and they're looking to have this done in the spring. Big thing with this, though, I want to make sure that we don't just throw leads like that to the wayside. Because sometimes people aren't serious right now, especially when they're coming from Facebook, because they've seen your service and they're thinking, yeah, I'm interested in that. Yeah, I may want to have that done, but not today. Well, if we just throw those to the wayside, you could be leaving thousands and thousands of dollars on the table and wasting that ad spend. So that's where, if we move them into a column like this, a follow-up column, where, you can see right now he's got $33,000 worth of work in the follow-up column. That's something you can pick up later when the time comes, or when y'all have some downtime. Those are people that you can hit back up, both physically, manually, also with automation. You can set up automations, schedule out messages for those things to go to those people later down the road. Very cool system, allows you to scoop it up. But those ones who are saying, yeah, I need this done in the next 2 weeks, then you can say, hey, or they say, I need this done as soon as possible. That gives you something to sort of ammo to help you close the job. Price anchoring and setting the estimate. So this is a big thing. Instead of just giving them the price right away, once you kind of have that information, you're going to know in your head a ballpark of where you're at, or maybe just a ballpark of your day rate or your hourly rate, however you price. So, you could say something like, most land clearing projects of that size in that area start around $5,000, depending on the terrain and access. But the best way for me to give you an exact estimate would be to see the site. We could do an on-site estimate for free. I'm free tomorrow and the next day. How does that look for you? So it kind of just controlling that situation. You get them a little taste of a price, but you say like, hey, yeah, I really need to look at this. Now, this is also the time where you can kind of help weed out the people, which we'll get into here. So if they don't immediately book an estimate, then you want to follow up with them in 24 hours. So if they're just kind of saying, hey, they're just looking for some information or they'll get back to you, this is something that you can schedule out a text in the automated system, or you can have them in a workflow automation where they're going to get a certain text just to kind of remind them about you and your service over the next couple days, couple weeks. So 3 big tips to increase your close rate. Always offer a site visit. Kind of just hit on that. People are more likely to book and pay you once they've met you in person. And this goes back to that other one. Usually the first company to come out and give them an estimate is the one they're going to go with, especially if you set a good first impression, you really prioritize them, you show up, show them you're the subject matter expert, kind of tell them what they need done. That's really going to make a difference versus the guy who answers the phone and just says, hey, yep, we're 3,000 a day. Okay, talk to you later. That's not good. That's a bad sales process. That's wasting your time and theirs and your advertising dollars. Using social proof, this is one of those things where you can always say like, hey, check out our website, check out our social media, and you can see, we've done jobs just like the one that you're looking to have done and have really good results, happy clients. I actually just did Johnny down there in the south side of Polk County, and we made his property look awesome. Yours is going to have a lot of potential to do the same thing. And then creating urgency. So if someone's hesitant, give them a reason to act now. Like, hey, we're really starting to book up. The sun's starting to shine. We're moving into spring here. Machines are getting booked up. So I can make sure I hold a spot for you. If you want to put down, a deposit today or lock in your spot today, however you run your business, get something on the calendar today. It's sort of a saying is book a meeting from a meeting. So you always want to have that next contact set up, whether it's the on-site estimate, whether it's the actual job. Get them to lock in something, shake hands on something, take a deposit if that's something you do. And another big hint on the urgency is you could offer them, like, hey, we're still running our winter special. If you actually book this today, it'll be, I'll waive the mobilization fee, or I'll give you $500 I'll offer. Just play with little things like that just to kind of help them out and build that trust, but also get them to take action today. Always get that yes or no. Don't let them get away with the I'll think about it, stuff like that. Always make sure, if they say they think about it, then that usually is just a cover up for some other thing. Like, do they have the money, or are they worried about the time? Are they worried about the results? So don't let them go. Make sure you get that yes or that no. So if you found any of this information helpful, just make sure to keep watching. I'm going to post these on YouTube, but also onto our website, and probably offer it as just some extra videos for our clients or prospective clients. But please feel free to give us some feedback, and also just keep watching. The next video I do is going to probably be a little more in depth about this software and how the back-end automations work and how it can text the clients and really, help you out. Because this is an example of a company who uses the pipeline and has a really good sales process. And you can see just in the last few months here, they've got quite a bit here in the sales pipeline.